We doing everything they talk about. You know I'm everything a boss about. Not putting work and gotta toss them out. I'm really biting, they just barking out. I'm really riding, they just parking now. His street, what to talk about. See the big H.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to this special episode of Base Coverage presented to you by our partners over at Knoah Teamwear. I'm your host, Jamal Clay, and it's been a while. But I wanted to come back for this special occasion, an instant reaction to the ELF schedule releasing today. This is one of the things that I've been waiting for. So I'm going to give you a quick instant reaction just based on week one and my quick thoughts. But real quick, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, like the video, share with a friend. You know, I appreciate everybody's support so far. So let's get right into it. I thought the league did a good job in a number of areas. The whole schedule, obviously, it got a little complicated with 17 teams, bye week, stuff like that. But I think they were able to handle that pretty well. And one of the things that I want to touch on real quick is just week one, just talk about my quick thoughts real quick, nothing too crazy. So the first one, we're going to go through the Saturday slate. We're going to talk about Paris and Cologne. We're going to get our first look at the Paris Saints taking on the Cologne Centurions. Historically, the Centurions have been pretty bad defensively. We'll see the new regime with Zach Blair on that defense, and newly signee today, Dejan Owens, who played at Stony Brook, can help turn things around. But if things still follow suit, this is gonna be a bad matchup, just based on the firepower that Paris is coming in with. However, though, they did sign Tyrion Johnson, who played for the Rams last season and balled out and helped the Rams not only get their first win, but turn that organization, into a competitive team the last couple of weeks, taking a team like the Sea Devils to overtime. So I expect the Centurions to be a little different, but Paris was gifted the Cologne week one in their matchup. So another thing that I like what the league did is they gave us two rivalries. So they're giving us the Hamburg Russell Panthers rivalry week one. This has always been a bruiser of a rivalry dating back to the first year in the ELF. And they're also giving us the Rhein Fire and the Frankfurt Galaxy. This is the traditional quarterback classic. This is the fifth time Jadrian Clark for the Rhein Fire and Jacob Sullivan for the Frankfurt Galaxy will be meeting, and it's a 2-2 record at the moment. I like what Frankfurt has done thus far this offseason. There's the potential. People are thinking this could be the best defense in the league. We'll see. Obviously, it's too early to speculate, but they've done a lot of good things on defense, and we'll see how they match up, because I like what Ryan's been doing also. And they've added a play caller like Coach Weidinger to the offense and bring back Jadrian Clark and some of their weapons. So we'll see what happens there. But ultimately, we get to see Jadrian Clark and Jacob Sullivan for a fifth time, which has been a cool battle the first three seasons in the ELF. Next. The Raiders, they travel to Sean Shelton's new home in Munich to play the Ravens. Real quick, the one matchup I'm going to be looking for is Jarvis McClam, how he's using that Raiders offense. If we're going to see him matched up against Darius Robinson on the other side for the Ravens, because I think that's something that we're going to have to keep an eye on. That could be a pretty good matchup to look at. Also, we get to see, Chad Jeffries from the Munich Ravens and Christian Strong for the Raiders as he looks to replace the OG Sean Shelton and the career he had. So I like that the league, did that there. My guards, my Helvetic guards, they're gonna travel down to Barcelona now. I think this is going to be a good matchup for both teams. You're going to have one team looking to make a name for themselves. First year in the ELF, prove that, a team in Switzerland can compete at this level. And then you have another team who's gone through a whole new makeover in terms of, losing coaches, losing imports, losing some homegrown guys. And they're still trying to prove that, they're trying to prove their Dallas wrong and that they're better than, what they think they are. So this matchup is going to be a good matchup to see how both teams, fare against each other. But it's going to tell us a little bit, how quick or how fast these guys can get off to a fast start early in the season, week one. Next, we have, lastly, we have the big showdowns in the East. First, Leipzig Kings travel to Prague. We're going to get the the AJ Whitland versus Shazon Mumphrey matchup. We're going to get to see, is Leipzig, how are they able to rebound after last year of having an offense that turned the ball over, and also just wasn't able to protect their quarterbacks, and they've gone through 3 quarterbacks last season. So we're going to be able to see the new Leipzig Kings and how that fares out. And I'm excited to see Prague. I'm excited to see the type of ball that they're able to show the league. Some of the homegrown guys they got over there. It's their offense, it's a traditional spread offense, 10 personnel. They're going to spread the ball around, and is an experienced defense like the Kings going to be able to match up well with the Prague Lions? We'll see, but it's good to look into that now. And then the matchup I think is going to be the most intriguing week 1. And it's the Berlin Thunder versus the Enthroners, in my opinion. I think these two teams are very similar. I think, please don't sleep on the Enthroners, because I think, quietly they've been building a roster that, is going to be able to compete. I think, when you look at the Thunder, they have a revamped offense. They're going to be more of a spread team throwing the ball around. They got 3 really good receivers. They got Donovan Isom at quarterback now. And then not to mention you have the reigning defensive player of the year in Kyle Kitchens, along with a lot of other guys that they brought back with, Morris Teal and, the linebacker from Sweden. I forgot his name, but, Berlin really reloaded. Not only bring back key guys, but adding a lot of key guys as well. But the Enthroners, a name you're going to want to keep an eye on is Jabari Regan. He's gonna make a name for himself. He's gonna make things difficult on a lot of quarterbacks in this league. And I think him and offensively being able to contain someone like Gabriel Cunningham is going to be the biggest the biggest thing for the Thunder to do that week. But it's early. It's still a lot to be done from here till then. But it's definitely a lot of good matchups that the league was able to bless us with for week 1. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Ultimately, looking at this, if I had to give a grade, I'm gonna give them an A-. This is why. 1, I think all new teams should play week 1. I think you give the fans a glimpse of the teams you added. They get to show why they belong in the league, and it's like a prove it week for them, and it provides more excitement. And I would love to see them along with Seaman, but unfortunately, them Stuttgart and Vienna they caught the bye week 1. Lastly, the reason why I'm giving the league an A-, I believe the defending champs should be able to play week 1. I believe that, in my opinion, this is for my personal taste, I believe you give them a matchup, even if it's that Saturday game, a primetime matchup, just like in the NFL when they play Thursday night games. I believe the Vikings should have kicked off week 1. Ultimately, they didn't. But needless to say, the league did a good job, and I'm excited for what's to come. So I just wanted to give you guys my instant reaction on that. Stay tuned. Base coverage will be back in March. I'm working on a lot of good things, coming up. I'm excited to chat with a lot of guys, some of the new guys, some coaches, get involved as we head into year 3 of the ELF. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, like the video, share the video. Let's spread love, man. All right, I'm going back on breaks.
Nobody. Hard work, they don't know about it. Hard work, they don't know about it. Hard work, they don't know about it.